You may have yawned before this sentence ends, not because you are tired, and not because I can control your jaw from a text box. A yawn is just one of the strangest things your body can copy from another person. Someone opens their mouth, your eyes catch it, and suddenly your own face starts following along. So why does yawning spread from person to person? Is it empathy? Is your brain trying to synchronize a group? Or is the whole chain reaction just your attention getting hijacked by a very convincing facial movement? Let's set the scene first. A normal yawn can happen when you are waking up, settling down, changing levels of alertness, or simply in the middle of a long day. Contagious yawning is different. It means a yawn appears after you detect somebody else yawning by seeing it, hearing it, or sometimes even thinking about it. The body is doing an old motor sequence, but another person has become the trigger. That tiny distinction matters because scientists are not asking whether yawning exists. They are asking what information your brain is reading from the other person. One of the clearest clues came from a naturalistic study by Elisabetta Palagi and Nicola Norcia. They observed 109 adults in ordinary settings and tracked who yawned after whom. The pattern was not random. Contagion was strongest between relatives, then friends, then acquaintances, and weakest between strangers. That sounds like a neat answer. Maybe catching a yawn is a tiny form of empathy. You notice another person's state, your body mirrors it, and the group becomes more synchronized. It is a beautiful explanation, but it is still an explanation, not a finished fact. Now the story splits. One possibility is emotional contagion. Your brain may be more responsive to people whose states matter to you, which would explain why a sibling or close friend can start a yawn chain more easily than a stranger. Another possibility is attention. You may simply look at familiar people more closely, notice their faces faster, and give their yawns more time to reach your own motor system. To separate those ideas, researchers studied yawns that could be heard but not seen. In a 2020 study, auditory contagion was still highest among friends and family. That makes simple visual attention less complete as an explanation. But it still does not prove that you consciously felt another person's emotion. It shows that social closeness changes the probability of a motor response. And the response can begin before you decide anything. In an fMRI study, people watch short videos of yawning and control mouth movements. The yawn condition activated the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, an area involved in processing social information and other complex cues. That does not mean the scan found an empathy button. It means the brain treats a yawn as more than a random mouth opening. This is the part that feels personal. You can resist a yawn, hide it, or fail to catch it at all. Not everybody responds every time. Attention, tiredness, the situation, and individual differences all matter. Even the sound can be enough for some people. A friend yawns on a phone call, and your brain may react to a signal you never saw. The contagious effect also appears outside humans. In African painted dogs, a highly social species, visible or nearby yawns were more likely to be followed by another yawn. Responses were linked with time spent in proximity. That is useful comparative evidence. In social animals, a yawn can become a group signal. It is not proof that painted dogs and humans use the exact same mechanism. So, what could a group gain from synchronizing? One hypothesis is simple coordination. If several animals shift their alertness or rest state together, the group may behave more coherently. Another idea is vigilance. A change in one animal's state may encourage others to check the environment. Those ideas are plausible, but the research has not reduced contagious yawning to one universal purpose. The most honest answer is more interesting. A yawn chain seems to be a perception-action loop. Your brain detects a familiar biological action, weighs the social context, and prepares a matching movement before your conscious narration catches up. Familiarity can increase the response. Sound can carry it. Attention can amplify it. None of those pieces by itself proves empathy. That is why a contagious yawn is a bad test of whether someone is a good person. Not catching one does not mean you lack empathy. Catching one does not mean your brain has perfectly understood somebody else. It is a small, noisy behavior that may reveal how your body predicts other people. And this is where I want to bring it back to you. The next time a yawn travels across a classroom, an office, a family dinner, or a video call, notice the chain instead of just blaming tiredness. Did you see the yawn? Hear it? Was it someone familiar? Did your face move before you had a reason? A contagious yawn is ordinary enough to ignore, but precise enough to expose a hidden rule. Your body is constantly deciding which signals from other people deserve a response. It does not wait for a speech about empathy. Sometimes it starts with one open mouth, one glance, and a question your brain answers before you do.